Now.
Well, we'll make the presentation and look at the keys to Hardin County. Thank you guys for driving out to pick up the machine. John, thank you so much for your help. Rich, thanks for what you have done. Art, Amy, thanks for getting us all together. Dan, thanks so much for your support.
John, special duties that you got over there. Yeah. It's a great day.
It is.
It's a great day.
Art Davis saying goodbye. Thank you for watching.
But we also want to help out some with the expenses, and I know Hardin is doing the same. So we want to present you with a check to help cover some of the expenses with this. So I'll let Art and Ed fill you in on the details of this transaction.
Well, first off, I don't see a rotary pin on Ed console. Number one of you guys needs to get a pin on there. We can't have chief on both sides. We can have rotary on both sides. Anyway, it's kind of an interesting story. I was coming home from my Rotary Club meeting, and I happened to go past our city pound where we have, is it working? Where I saw this ambulance sitting, and it was sitting along with the cars that had been impounded for various reasons, whatever, and they were going to go to auction. This was on Thursday noon. And I see this ambulance, and my rotary wheel starts turning in my head. I said, I need that ambulance. So I contacted our member, who is an assistant fire chief there, Rich Michael. And I said, Rich, what about that ambulance? He says, that's a retired ambulance, and I don't know anything more about it. I said, they're going to get rid of it? What are they going to do? Yeah, the city's going to auction it off. And I said, well, how do I get that ambulance? He says, contact the city council, because they have to give it. It's city property. So I called the president of the Naperville Downtown Club, who's on the city council. And I said to Jim, I need that ambulance that's out there. He says, what ambulance? I said, the one that's retired is going to be auctioned off Saturday. This was Thursday afternoon. He said, well, that has to come before the city council, and we don't meet until Tuesday. I said, Jim, the mayor's in my club, you're on the city council, and half of the city council is in one of those 4 Rotary clubs in Naperville. You're right, we can do this. He says, mail me a letter. I said, mail you a letter? It's Thursday. Oh, he says, email me a letter. He took it to the city council. First off, he went to the city manager and had it taken off of the auction block. They even drove it away so nobody could see it. And on Tuesday, they voted to give me the ambulance. It happens. If we have this rotary wheel running in our head and we see things like this, we can make projects happen. We can make these kinds of things happen. So between the mayor and the city council and our fireman that's in our club, we got that ambulance. I'm in the automobile business, so I said, well, if there's anything wrong with it, we'll take care of it and get whatever's needed and get it ready to go. We bring it in, and this thing is in perfect condition. New batteries, new tires, new brakes, new everything. Man, this is okay. Well, there was a headliner that was cracked in the roof. So a friend of mine does some interior work and things like that, and they went out and replaced that hyperallergenic, whatever that is, headliner in there. And this panel was a huge amount of money. Unbelievable for a piece of plastic. But it has to be special. Anyway, I called Gene Zinn down here, and Gene said, well, let me work with it. I got hold of Nelda, and I got hold of Galconda Club, and talked to Mel. Mel, of course, I didn't talk to him until later. He thought he was a mushroom. I was just keeping him in the dark. But then we got all yelled together, and I got hold of Ed. We decided that this was going to be the new home for the Naperville ambulance. So we changed the names on it, took Naperville off, put Hardin County on it, and all of this. But let me tell you a little side story. That ambulance was supposed to go to Guatemala. And we missed the convoy. There was a convoy of like 15 or 18 fire trucks, ambulances, and school buses that were going down to South America. So we missed the convoy. You don't want to drive down there by yourself. So a salesman was up from down in this area, Dan Davis. I don't know if any of you know, no relation. But he said, Hardin County needs an ambulance. They need it bad. If you have trouble in Hardin County, you better call a hearse because it'll take less time than the ambulance. Is that right, Ed? Yeah. So I said, okay, that's where we're going to go with it. And then we put it all together, and here it is today. And I'm so proud that the two Rotary clubs are going to assist with the support for the ambulance and help them make this thing work out well. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for healthcare in Hardin County. I'm very proud that we're all Rotarians and we're all going to help with this program. And Ed, I want to see a Rotary wheel on you next week. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here today. And I want to thank my pilot, Brian Anderson, for flying me down here today so we could make this presentation. And that's the way to come here, I'll tell you that. Thank you so much.
Dan Davis called me, 3 or 4 months ago, and we knew that we were having problems. Hardin County's got 2 ambulances. Polk County has 1 on Sister County. And we work back and forth with each other. Well, usually, as many deers as we have in Polk County, Hardin County, usually one of them's down all the time. But I've got one down there. And so what we'll do is we'll make this the 3rd ambulance. And if we're not using it, if Polk County is down, we're going to allow them to use it also. So it will keep us up. We'll take a shut down. When we shut something down in Hardin or Polk County, then people from all the way from almost to Paducah to Harrisburg come to take it. And even when Polk County is down, and we have to bring Hardin over to cover 3 towns territory. So this is really nice. And we really appreciate it. We really, the people of Hardin County and Polk County really thank you.